Do you hate AI? Do you love AI? Are you confused about AI? Hate it or love it, AI is here to stay. I want to tell you in this video how I made peace with AI. I'm going to share with you three things: the upside, the downside, and the right side of AI. So stay tuned, and especially to the end when I share something that's critical that you'll need for AI. Hi, this is Old Mike, Old Me Living Better. You know my motto by now: if you ain't dead, you ain't done. One of my favorite authors, John C. Lennox, who is a mathematician, scientist, theologian, philosopher, in the book 2024 and the AI Revolution, John says this: the future of AI will be determined not just by the algorithms, but by the hearts and the minds of those who create it. And I would add to that, also by those of us that use it. Now, I'm going to give you my conclusion at the very beginning. My conclusion is, don't lose your humanity in the use of AI. Do not lose your humanity in the use of AI. I was a long-time surfer. I've surfed everywhere from Swamis to Stinson Beach in the West Coast. I've ridden some wonderful waves, and I've been wiped out by some mighty waves. AI is kind of like a giant wave. You either get wiped out or you ride the wave. Many of us are overwhelmed by AI. When I learn how to use AI properly, I can ride that wave, and it can be a wonderful enhancement to what I do. What's your experience with AI? Share in the comments below. Tell me what you think. So I said I'm going to share with you three things: the upside, the downside, and the right side. So let's start with the upside, okay? So the upside for me is making peace with AI. I have to understand that AI is integrated now into everything. It's on my smartphone. It's on my Plod recorder. It's in everything, every program, everything I do on the internet is supported by AI. I just saw yesterday that Amazon is releasing a plus version of Alexa that is powered by AI. You cannot get away from AI. Now, I said I've made peace with AI. There's probably 10 or 12 different kinds of peace, but there's two basic kinds. One is where you have two sides fighting each other and one defeats the other. And the second kind is a negotiated peace. I don't want the first one in making peace with AI. I don't want AI to defeat me, and I don't necessarily want to defeat it. I want to have a negotiated peace with AI. One of the upsides for me is research. It's a wonderful research tool, and I use it all the time for that. I called my two grandkids, one in high school, one in college, and I asked them, are they using AI in school? My granddaughter, who's in high school, said, yeah, Grandpa, not only are we using it, but our teachers are teaching us how to use it. Now, that really encouraged me. I had no idea that teachers were teaching kids how to use AI. And she said, we can't use AI to write a report, but we certainly can use it to do the research to support the report. My grandson, who is in college in computer programming, said basically the same thing. His caution was that AI might take away from real jobs. And that's a concern for many people. But the upside of AI, and he said, by the way, we cannot let AI create code for us, but we can use AI to check the code. So there's a lot of uses for AI on the upside. So if you're simply using an AI program and you say, "Hey, what day was Lincoln born?" you're not getting the full capacity of AI. Stay around to my third right side. I'm going to share with you some critical ways that AI can be used. How are you using AI? Are you using it more than just for searching for things? Are you creating YouTube content with it? I'm going to share some downsides now. The downside of AI is simply this: dependence and assimilation. Dependence and assimilation. Now, I went to AI itself and I asked AI the following question: what are your limitations? I have them printed out right here. This is what AI told me about AI's limitation. So here they are. Number one, understanding and interpretation. I do not possess genuine understanding and interpretation. My outputs are generated based on the logarithms rather than personal comprehension or insight. Number two, lack of experience. I do not have personal experiences, beliefs, or emotions. This means that I can't provide subjective opinions or truly empathetic or empathize with users in a humanistic or human way. Number three, context limitations. I might struggle with understanding nuanced context, sarcasm, or deep cultural references that a human would intuitively grasp. Number four, static knowledge base. By knowledge, my knowledge is based on information up until October 2023. This is ChatGTP, and does not continue to learn or adapt dynamically beyond that point. Lastly, number five, ethical decision making. I cannot make moral judgments. Any ethical considerations incorporated into my responses are derived from the data I was trained on and do not reflect a personal moral framework. Now, I think the biggest downside for YouTube creators is relying on AI to create your channel, to create your video. Now, there's disagreement on this, I know, and maybe some of the most popular channels are totally AI generated. But it's an AI generated person, it's an AI generated voice, it's an AI generated video or movie or content. To me, it's the ultimate imposter syndrome. I see wonderful people who have wonderful ideas, who otherwise could share those in a talking head video, and instead choose to generate themselves in AI, generate an AI voice, in the hopes that that will somehow make their video more popular. So I believe one of the biggest downsides to AI from a YouTube creation standpoint is over reliance on AI. I think on the research side, on the scripting side, the writing side, but even then you have to be careful because you don't want to give up your own voice. I have AI help me with outlines and different things, but when I sit down to do a YouTube video, it's me doing it. I have to do it in my own voice. I have to be convinced of it. It has to be a part of me, not something that AI generated. So maybe I'm being harsh in this, that every AI generated YouTube video is really an AI imposter syndrome, but in a certain sense it is. It's presenting something that appears to be real that is not real. And I think that's the biggest drawback for me is giving up my humanity, who I am as a person, to an AI generated algorithm or content for a YouTube video. So, what about the right side of AI? Here it is: enhancement, not replacement. Enhancement, not replacement. So, I never let AI write a script for me. Matter of fact, I don't write scripts for my channel. I mean, for my videos, but I do have AI help me in organizing content. My Plod recorder, it organizes content for me. I dictate into my recorder, and it's got an AI built-in module to it that will help organize my thoughts and whatever. But I don't let it script what I'm going to say. I may let it outline what I'm going to say, but I never let it script what I'm going to say. Some of you know that I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, been a pastor for 50 years. Guess what? I would never ask AI to write a sermon for me. Now, I can ask AI a question like, where in the Bible is it that the Apostle Paul confronted the Apostle Peter over an issue? Man, I get an answer in like 2 seconds. But I'm not going to plug in a scripture and say, AI, write me a sermon based on this scripture from a Calvinistic standpoint or Arminian standpoint. I've even tested that. It's amazing what AI will come up with. But I refuse to do that. There's certain things that have to come from my heart, come from my own study, come from the intuition and the things that I receive in life or my own experience and study. AI is not going to replace. Now, AI can enhance everything I do. It cannot replace it. I would never ask AI to write me a love letter to my wife. Maybe you've done that. If you had, tell me in the comments below. I mean, that seems just really stupid. If I don't have enough inside of me to write a love letter to my wife, man, I'm done. And I've written lots of love letters to my wife. I love leaving her notes and writing her things. I've done it. We've been married 59 years. And I've written lots of things. The idea that I let somebody else, and that's what AI is somebody else. Can I say that again? AI is somebody else. Would you let somebody else write a love letter to your wife? No. Would you let somebody else write your script for a YouTube video? Well, yeah, there's ghostwriters. There may be a place for that. But I believe on the humanity side of things, it's so important that I express who I am and not depend on AI, but rather use it as an enhancement. Let me introduce you to Dave Nawroki. Dave is a friend of mine. I've worked with him on a couple of projects. He has a wonderful channel, and he has a school, SKOOL, that's free that you can join. Dave's expertise is writing prompts for AI. And the secret to enhancing whatever you're doing with AI is writing effective prompts. I mean, not a prompt like, when was Lincoln born? I mean a prompt that will reveal to you the avatar of the person that watches your channel or the person that is your customer. You need to know who those people are. Dave has prompts or created prompts that are so powerful. I mean, some of them are over 1,000 words long. How many of you have ever written a prompt into an AI that was 1,000 words long? Normally, we don't do that. But Dave's view is the more specific, the more detailed you are in the prompt, the better the response will be from AI. He uses Chat GTP, I think. And the response will be better based on the prompt. I want you to go to his channel. I want you to see what he has providing there. I want you to subscribe to his channel. I want you to go to his free school. Now, Dave does have some paid content, but about 90% of his content is free. And he's constantly posting challenges and tips and whatever. You can ask him questions. He has a lot of content that will really help enhance what you're doing. I think that's the right side of AI. Discovering the prompts that will give you the best enhancement for what you're doing. So I've made peace with AI by understanding the upside, the downside, and the right side. I've learned to ride the wave and not be crushed by the wave of AI. So I'm the real old Mike. I'm not AI generated. AI has helped enhance this video through research and whatever, but no, it's not replaced me. So what about you? Are you using AI effectively to enhance what you're doing? Are you thinking about letting AI replace you completely? Are you scared to death of AI? You don't need to be scared of it. It's like getting on a big wave. There's a certain rush when you rush down that wave on a surfboard. It's very exciting. And when you can complete the ride, it's exhilarating. But if you're crushed by it, man, you're sucking for air and trying to get to the surface. Many people are overwhelmed with AI. I'm hoping that you're in the category of wanting to be enhanced by it. You've made peace with it, but you've not, listen carefully, old Mike says, don't let AI replace your humanity. Do not let AI replace your humanity. This is old Mike, old me, living better. I've had a lot of fun doing this video. I've been thinking about this subject for a long time. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. I hope to see you in the next podcast.